This brings back so many memories.
Russell off to Davis. Davis puts it up, rejected.
Oubre's guarded by Allen. Oubre
in the early going. Here's the reason why the Cavs have opened 13-0. That's another reason. When Jerome was on the floor in half number one, Podziemski appeared to walk. He ran right into Jared.
The Bulls 7.
Levine thought about penetrating, instead he'll. Yeah.
I've done all season, so they've stepped up their game for you. You got to be ready.
Oh, and a rejection by.
No fear of getting dunked on or any of this nonsense, posterized, whatever they talk. I like Jared Allen catching that ball. It's 8, 12 feet from the basket, shooting that little jump shot.
Second time in franchise history as here's Portis, who's been terrific tonight, is fadeaway
this evening. 4-5 as far as this first half. Hachimura got rejected. Thomas has Merrill draped on him. He'll bounce off to Keon Johnson and there.
Connaughton finds Lillard. Lillard will take the 2 here.
No, he won't.
And that type of energy is what really gets this team going.
That was our Rocket Mortgage built for success. Thought of Nicic, the 30-year-old second-year man out of Serbia, goes inside to Diabate.
Center, so he'll block some shots, get some defensive rebounds, big, strong body.
From the high post, dumps back to Levine. The shot clock now shows 3. Levine hesitates in the basket.
You've learned your lesson.
Alvarado deals back to Williamson. Williamson puts it up, and guess who blocked? As well, they stumbled in Chicago after building a 20-point lead. They mustered only 12 fourth-quarter points. A lopsided 42-14 in favor of the Cavs. Pirtle has that rejected. Didn't want the 3, gives it to Wiggins instead. Wiggins drives, that's blocked by Mobley, and then Allen rejects. Getting changed, or in the process of getting changed, is Valanciunas inside, puts it up, rejected.
Excellent job.
Mitchell crossed over Labaji, out goes quickly to the basket. Jared Allen recovers by Allen.
There it is right there. That's good help. That's great help. He's got to make a tough shot. And he ain't going
to. Once that corner 3, Allen's right there with him. Instead, Kuminga tries to drive, forces him a wide. Darius Garland, he has 13. 3 Cavs are in double figures already. Is Allen with the clock shows 4. Johnson has to make something happen here. Looks to twist on Allen across the lane. Tough off that. Cavs right now at plus 1,000 to win the tournament. Those are the opening. Actually, those are the pressure here through the first 3 minutes of the second half. Ingram looks for an opening. He'll take a 15-foot. Jared Allen had another monster game. Here's Franz Wagner. Looks to slice of the basket.
Welcome back to Warriors Nation News, where we bring you the latest and most important updates about the Golden State Warriors. Today, we're diving deep into what could be the most pivotal moment of the offseason. The free agency window may be quiet, but things are heating up behind the scenes, especially when it comes to potential trades. The Warriors may not have made any splashy moves yet, but don't be fooled. There's a lot of buzz surrounding trade options, and Golden State is quietly positioning itself for a big swing. Let's start with the elephant in the room, Jonathan Kuminga. The former first-round pick was once considered the future of the franchise, athletic, versatile, and with undeniable upside. But his recent refusal to sign the Warriors' 2-year, $45 million extension tells us that both sides may be preparing for a breakup. Kuminga's playing time dropped late last season, and while he showed flashes of brilliance, he never fully clicked with Steve Kerr's system. The situation has been dragging on for months, and now the Warriors are faced with a choice. Do they wait it out, or do they trade him while his value is still high? One option could be to package Kuminga for a player like Trey Murphy III. Trey has proven he can score efficiently and contribute without dominating the ball. He's a sharpshooter, a strong defender, and someone who could fit seamlessly alongside Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler. If Golden State is serious about contending now, Murphy could be the ideal target. But let's say they want to go bigger, literally. Another name that's been floated is Jarrett Allen. The 6'11" center is a double-double machine with shot-blocking ability and elite rebounding. He's only 27 and has playoff experience. For a team like Golden State that's lacked a true interior presence for years, Allen would bring size, rim protection, and stability to a front court that has leaned heavily on Draymond Green. And let's be honest, Draymond, while still incredibly valuable, should not have to anchor the paint on his own. Then there's Derek White. The Celtics combo guard has quietly become one of the best two-way guards in the league. He can shoot, he can defend, and he plays with intelligence and grit. exactly the kind of player who thrives in a system like Golden State's. Pairing White with Steph Curry would give the Warriors arguably the most versatile backcourt in the league, with both players capable of playing on or off the ball. Now, don't get it twisted. These trades wouldn't come cheap. The Warriors would likely have to part with multiple young pieces, maybe even Moses Moody or Trace Jackson Davis, to make these moves happen. But at some point, this front office needs to ask a serious question. Are we building for the future, or are we trying to maximize what's left of the Steph Curry era? And let's not forget, time is running out. Steph won't be elite forever. Jimmy Butler is on the back end of his prime. Draymond is still the heartbeat of this team, but age and minutes are catching up to him too. If there was ever a moment to go all in, it's now. So here's where we want to hear from you, Warriors Nation. Should the team move on from Kuminga? Do any of these trade targets excite you? Would you be willing to give up youth for a shot at another title? Or do you believe this current roster has what it takes and just needs better chemistry and health? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next chapter, where we'll break down how each of these trade options could reshape the Warriors' offense and defense this season. Warriors Nation News. In Chapter 1, we laid out the trade possibilities the Warriors could explore as they look to recalibrate for a championship run. Today, in Chapter 2, we're going deeper. How exactly would each of those potential trade targets impact the Warriors' play style? How would the offense and defense look if Golden State added players like Trey Murphy III, Derek White, or Jarrett Allen? Let's start with Trey Murphy III, the sharp-shooting wing from the New Orleans Pelicans. Trey isn't just a spot-up shooter. He's an incredibly efficient scorer with off-ball movement that would fit like a glove in Steve Kerr's motion-heavy system. Imagine Murphy curling around off-ball screens set by Draymond Green or Looney and getting wide-open looks created by Steph Curry's gravity. You can never have too much shooting, and Murphy would add instant floor spacing to a team that struggled at times to stretch defenses outside of Curry and Buddy Hield. On defense, Trey's 6'9" and 7-foot wingspan make him a versatile weapon. He can switch onto guards, contest shots on the perimeter, and help protect the rim. That's the kind of length and mobility the Warriors could use, especially when matched up with Western Conference teams stacked with athletic wings. It's no secret Golden State lost some defensive identity last season. Murphy could help bring it back. Next up, let's talk about Derek White. If the Warriors were to land White, it would be a massive win for the backcourt. With Klay Thompson gone and the uncertainty surrounding younger guards like Brandon Podziemski, adding a veteran two-way guard like Derek White gives the Warriors immediate stability. Offensively, White is a strong secondary ball handler. He can run the offense when Steph is off the floor, and he doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective. He shoots nearly 40% from three, knows how to cut, and plays with poise in big moments. He's a connector, a guy who keeps the ball moving, which is exactly what Kerr's offense demands. On defense, this move could transform the Warriors' backcourt. Pairing Curry with White means you can throw White on the opposing team's best guard, allowing Steph to conserve energy and avoid foul trouble. White is one of the few guards in the league who can credibly guard both Trae Young and Devin Booker in the same week. That's the kind of defensive versatility the Warriors need. And now, Jarrett Allen, the kind of big man this franchise has lacked for years. Yes, Kevon Looney has done an admirable job in his role, and Draymond Green remains a defensive genius, but Allen brings something different: verticality. Offensively, Allen gives you a lob threat. He rolls hard to the rim, finishes with authority, and opens up spacing for shooters. Curry and Butler operating pick and rolls with Allen would give defenses nightmares. He doesn't need touches to be effective, and his offensive rebounding would create second-chance opportunities the Warriors missed last season. On defense, Allen is the anchor. He alters shots, dominates the glass, and provides rim protection the Warriors have never consistently had. He's young, durable, and would take a lot of physical pressure off Draymond Green. It would allow Green to be more selective in his matchups, preserving his energy for crucial playoff moments. If the Warriors were to land any one of these three players, their identity shifts. If they land two, this team becomes a serious threat to any contender in the West. The versatility, defense, spacing, and IQ these players bring are all aligned with what Steve Kerr and Bob Myers, now Mike Dunleavy Jr., have built over the last decade. But it's not just about fit, it's about timing. The window is shrinking. Steph Curry won't be at this level forever. If the Warriors want to keep the championship core alive and make another deep run, they need to surround their stars with the right supporting cast. That's why trade season matters now more than ever. So Warriors Nation, what do you think? Which of these players would be your top choice to join the Dubs? Would you prioritize defense with Allen or White? Or would you go all in on offense with Trey Murphy? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for Chapter 3, where we'll break down how these potential trade moves would affect the Warriors' long-term future, including the legacy of Steph, Draymond, and the post-Clay era. Warriors Nation News. In our final chapter, we're looking ahead, not just to this season, but to the bigger picture. How do the decisions Golden State makes now shape the future of this team? And most importantly, how do they impact the legacy of Stephen Curry? Let's face it, this is no longer the dominant 73-9 squad from 2016. The days of the original Splash Brothers are behind us, with Klay Thompson now in Dallas. But the hunger, the ambition, and the drive to win another title, that's still alive in the Bay Area. If the Warriors make the right moves this season, whether through trades, finalizing smart free agent signings, or developing young talent, they're not just building for 2025-26, they're also rewriting the narrative of their dynasty. Let's talk about Steph Curry. He's still elite. Even with all the changes, he continues to defy expectations, carrying this team with shooting brilliance, leadership, and unmatched competitive fire. But Steph knows, as we all do, that he can't do it alone, not anymore. That's why the next few months are so crucial. The Warriors owe it to him to make one final push and surround him with the right talent. Adding a player like Derek White or Trey Murphy III isn't just about upgrading the roster. It's about giving Steph teammates who elevate the system without taking the ball out of his hands. If you can pair Curry with another two-way guard who takes defensive pressure off him, or with an elite shooter who keeps the floor spaced, suddenly the Warriors' offense becomes dangerous again. You give Steph room to operate. You give him oxygen. And let's not forget about Draymond Green. Despite all the criticism, Draymond remains the heart of this team, on defense, in the locker room, in the trenches. Yes, he's 35. Yes, his offensive game isn't evolving much, but with the right reinforcements around him, his value skyrockets. If the Warriors can land a big man like Jarrett Allen, it preserves Draymond's energy and reduces his burden as the lone interior anchor. So, where does this all lead? If Golden State plays their cards right, if they resolve the Kuminga situation, hit on one or two smart trades, and stay healthy, this team could absolutely make a run in the Western Conference. And should they reach another finals, it would be Steph's 5th NBA title. That's legacy defining. That's GOAT-level company. And even if they fall short, this season is an opportunity to prove that the dynasty didn't just fade, it evolved. A team that once redefined basketball with small ball and sharpshooting could now close its story with grit, experience, and a modern, balanced roster. It's also about what comes after. Players like Moses Moody, Trace Jackson-Davis, and maybe even another surprise trade acquisition. These are the guys who could carry the next chapter once Steph and Draymond eventually step away. That's why smart front office decisions right now are more than this season. They're about planting seeds for the next era of Warriors basketball. So Warriors Nation, now it's your turn. What's your gut feeling? Is this the year we rise again? Can the front office get it done and give Steph one more shot at the crown? Drop your thoughts in the comments and join the debate. Do you ride with this core one more time? Or is it time for a reset? Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with every Dubs fan you know. We're building a championship conversation here at Warriors Nation News, and it doesn't happen without you. Until next time, stay locked in, and remember, in Golden State, belief is just the beginning.